Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. This is probably going to be my last autumn video from my first fall season here in West Virginia. It's been absolutely spectacular. I cannot tell you how happy and how grateful I am to have been here for this. Like I said, we're a little bit past peak season. Some color over there, but a lot of the trees have already started to lose their leaves. If you go farther south, they're hitting peak season right now. As you can see behind me, I have some really cool dead trees here in this lake. The water level is really low. There's a dam just up the way, and it looks like they haven't released any water for a while. Yeah, it's pretty low. So a lot of these dead trees are sticking out of the water right now. So I'm gonna take the opportunity to do some long exposures. Have some fairly nice cloud cover with a little bit of detail in it. Not a lot of color in the sky, but we're gonna make this work. So I'm gonna find a composition on one of these dead trees, get set up and start doing some long exposures. Let's go. All right, so I'm all set up for my first shot here. Today I'm using my 70 to 300 millimeter to really zoom in. I'm trying to eliminate the sky. Kind of flat and dull now. We had a little bit of texture, a little bit of color earlier, but that's faded. I don't really want to include the sky in any of my shots, and zoom in, maybe catch some of the vibrance that's still across the lake there. I've actually shot here before over the summer, a few weeks after we first got here to West Virginia when I found this place, and I got some really amazing shots. It was a foggy morning, just absolutely stunning. I'll put some of those shots up on the screen for you now. All right, I hope you enjoyed those photos from over the summer. I think the water level was a little bit higher. That was a stunning morning with the fog, just absolutely beautiful. And it stayed foggy for about 3 hours that morning until about 10 o'clock. There's all kinds of different compositions. There's just so many of these dead trees along this lake here in both directions. I'll be moving up and down the shoreline here and trying to find the best compositions. But if you can see behind me, some of those trees still have some color. There's some reds and yellows over there. Probably hard to see on this camera, but there are some trees that have completely lost their leaves, which is adding this different texture to the photos. I'm really enjoying this. I've really enjoyed being here in West Virginia. The summer was amazing with the summer greens. So vibrant, so green, it hurts your eyes. And then the transition period with the yellows was pretty amazing. And then boom, just exploded into autumn. And almost as fast as it exploded into autumn, it past peak, and this is where we're at now. But like I said, I'm really enjoying this period of autumn where there's still some color out there, but some of the leaves have completely fallen off the trees, exposing the branches. You can see the character of the tree. And I think so far, this is my favorite part of autumn. So like I said, I am using my 70 to 300 millimeter today to really zoom in, eliminate the sky. We've gone pretty flat. I started off using my 10-stop ND filter, but that was just overkill. It was giving me too long of exposure. There's just no movement in the water, hardly at all. And it just seems overkill to do a 2 or 3 minute exposure when 30 seconds gives you virtually the same photo. I've actually taken some shots without my 6-stop ND filter that I've switched to. And I think I like the shots without the ND filter better because the reflection in the water is a little bit more vibrant. There is a boat that's going back and forth. I'm not sure what they're doing, if they're just cruising or if they're fishing, but every once in a while he causes some ripples in the water. So that's when I put the 6-stop ND filter back on. All right, so I think I got some really good shots from this vantage point. I'm gonna move down here. Oh my God, it is so muddy. Joanna's never gonna let me back in the house. So I'm gonna move down the shoreline here, see what else I can find. So where I'm at's in a wildlife management area. And for those of you who don't live in the US, states own certain lands that they designate for recreation and hunting. And it is now hunting season, something I probably need to be a little bit more in tune with. I think I'm safe where I'm at, but every once in a while back there in the hills you hear a massive rifle shot. I believe it's antlerless deer hunting season. Thought I saw a sign that says they're only allowed one antlerless deer from this location. Yeah, it's probably something I need to be a little bit more in tune with around this time of year. Probably instead of wearing a camouflage shirt, I probably should be wearing a high visibility vest or jacket. But like I said, I think I'm okay here. All those gunshots are coming from way up in the hills here, and hopefully I don't look like a deer. You know, when I first moved here, I think the number one thing that I was worried about when we first moved here was running into bears, and I still carry the bear spray, but I haven't seen any, knock on wood. But you know, they're pretty timid from what I understand. And the one animal that I have a absolute fear of right now running into is a skunk. Because if you get sprayed, I was just thinking about this, if I got sprayed right now, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna get back into my car? I'm gonna ruin my car. It actually is Joanna's car. I'm driving Joanna's car today. So I'm gonna ruin Joanna's car. She's gonna be mad. Yeah, just being sprayed by a skunk, yeah, it's not gonna kill you, but you might get killed on the backside by your wife. Anyway, I don't want to get skunked. That would be terrible. When's skunk hunting season? I wonder if bear spray actually works on skunks. Pretty sure it would. Well, if we run into a skunk, we're gonna find out. And just so you know, I am very, very against hurting or injuring any kind of animal. And I would only use my bear spray as an absolute last resort. I'm not a hunter, although I'm not necessarily against hunting because there is some necessity behind it. I just would never do it myself. And unfortunately, I hit what I think was a groundhog driving down the road the other day. I was gonna swerve around it, but there was oncoming traffic, so I couldn't. I actually thought it was dead in the road. It wasn't. I saw it run off behind me in my rearview mirror, and I don't know. I went back to look, and I couldn't find it. And you've never seen a 54-year-old man's eyes swell up with tears so fast. I was absolutely traumatized. Never want to do that again. You know, there wasn't much point to this vlog except for you to see this amazing area with these dead trees and a little bit of color still left in the West Virginia hills and mountains here. I've put some images up on the screen so far. I'll put the rest up here at the end. I'm going to take one more. I think this scene's going to call for a wide angle shot. It's these little broken off dead trees here. Almost looks like old pier pilings, but it's not. It's just dead trees that have been broken off. So I think this calls for a wide angle shot, and this is gonna be the only wide angle image that I take today. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed this last look at autumn here in West Virginia. I can't tell you, again, how glad, happy, grateful I am to be here. It's just absolutely amazing after not seeing this for so long. And I'm really looking forward to winter. It's been a long time since I've seen a winter, and I've actually never done any winter photography. So this will be another learning experience for me. Anyway, hope everybody's doing good out there. Thanks again for tuning in. We're up over 800 subscribers now, so I want to thank you to everybody who's followed me from the very beginning, plus all the new followers. I hope you've enjoyed the content. And yeah, all right, I'm going to take this last shot. Thank you again for subscribing. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you again next time.